Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my darlings. It is like 5 days until Christmas. Oh my goodness. And my body is just like, end of year, let's chill. Like, I look tired. My body feels tired. It's pretty crazy because I'm usually like, bing, 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 like ready to go. And although I still have a ridiculous amount of high energy and optimism and, high vibe in my mind, I think my body's really like, yo, I feel like I've gained weight. I have gained weight. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, I just feel like my body's like, let's hibernate now. We've done a lot of work this year. And it's so funny because my husband is always like, babe, you need to listen to your body. Babe, you need to chill. You need to slow down. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to rest. And he's right. Don't tell him I said that though. But he is right. He's right. Like, and now I think these are the signs of my body going, hey, let's have a break. Let's chill. And so I'm excited. I'm looking forward to, I had my last day of clients yesterday. I've got a live call on Saturday with my sisters. We do a beautiful completion workshop for the end of the year. And it's really important because it kind of just wraps up the end of year and helps you begin the new year so that you have some strategies, you have some plans, you have some actions, some things that you can look forward to creating. It's awesome. It's such an intentional thing. And then Hamish and I, my husband and I, do an amazing end of year couples thing together, which we're going to do. I can't wait. So we're excited. It's a happy time. I wanted to do this episode because I know that not only right now because it's December, but just in general, I want you to come back to this episode whenever you feel like you're taking shit personally, and why I don't take anything personally and why you shouldn't either, because it ain't helpful. It is not helpful. I recently did, and this is the best example that I could give you. I recently did a post on Instagram regarding triggers. And I will definitely be posting that IGTV live video into my podcast so you can hear the rant, because I needed to give this post some more context. And usually I will I'm very outspoken, as you know, if you're listening to my podcast. I do speak freely. I do tell you what I think and how I feel. I also do not tell you that my way is the way. There is no way, right? I also don't tell you I'm gospel and my shit is the only way and it's right and you're wrong. But I do offer what I feel and think in the moment, as raw as it comes out of my mind. There's no filtering. And I tell you not to filter yourself either, because you shouldn't. You should just be who the fuck it is you are. And so what happened in this post, the post said, people don't trigger you, you get triggered. And that's like the biggest smack across the face I think I've ever posted. And it was my most, I'm not going to say viral, there wasn't a million hits on it, but it was my most viral post to the day. Like, people that saved it, sent it, comments, it was big. And we did get some people, I got some people that didn't agree and said some stuff and were projecting their stuff and all that. And it was so funny because I've seen that people will fight with people on Instagram or Facebook, and I don't be doing that shit, or Twitter. Like, I don't fight with people because I'm never here to try to prove you wrong, because if I'm trying to prove you wrong, or if I'm trying to be right, that means you got to be wrong. And I did a podcast about that shit. I'm like, just be kind. Like, you don't need to do that. And everybody's right in their own eyes. If I go into the people who posted and I look at their life and their reality, they're right. And so they get to think that, they get to be that. Does that make sense? Like, I don't need to change them or tell them to change their mind and try to influence them. That's not what I'm about. So I do like to keep it real. I do like some controversy. I do like speaking my truth and activating and empowering others to do the same. But sometimes that means people aren't going to agree with you. And I had a choice when I first, and I'm going to be honest, of course, when I first read the first comment that was kind of like, I don't agree, this is blah, blah, blah. I felt my stomach kind of go, ooh, like a little bit of a, what is that? It was like, ooh. And because I know my mind and body so well, I'm working on this shit. I was like, what is that? What is that, Miss Erica? Is that a little bit of charge? Are you getting reacted? Are you reacting because of what somebody didn't agree with you? And it was on my mind. And I told my husband, and I'm like, it's so crazy how some people don't want to take responsibility and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, hold on, like straight away. I was like, hold on. Do you know what? It's not crazy. It is what it is, because there's a lot of people who haven't learned this information, or they don't have another way out. And in their eyes, they don't know that they have a choice, or they don't know. Maybe they know intellectually, but they don't know in their body. Like when you say, I know, you don't know shit. Unless it's in your body, you're doing it and you're getting the result of it, you don't know. So I was like, chill, this is your life's work. This is what it is about. How many people do I know that want to take responsibility for their results? Not many. So I did the post, I saw the thing, and I'm like, ooh, and it was bothering me. And I'm like, I'm not going to comment, because, I don't want to do that. I don't want to start an argument. And then I checked in with myself, and I was like, you know what? I do want to comment, and I'm going to comment the way I would normally speak to a human in real life, and be kind yet strong. And I got another post coming out that you could be caring and confronting. You could be soft and savage, as my homegirl Angel says. You don't have to choose. You can be strong and caring, right? You don't have to be a fucking asshole to people. You can be nice and be like, that's not okay. You could be nice and be like, no, I don't like that. Or, hey, I don't agree with that. This is what I think, and I'm firm about what I think, but bless you. Namaste, You don't have to be mean. So I had a choice, right? Do I get offended and start fighting with someone on social media, which is, to me, that shit's yuck. Like, that is a waste of your time and energy. That is some trolling shit on the computer and phone, tapping away, arguing. Look, if you're going to ask me advice, even though you haven't asked me, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, don't do it. Like, you will never convert the critics, ever. And my post, I knew when I did that shit, when I pushed that, I knew there was going to be someone that was like, what? Oh, hell no. So it's okay. Like, I was expecting that. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting that. If you are outspoken and you are speaking your truth and you are rustling up some feathers and you are talking about controversial shit, how do you know it's controversial? Because no one else talks about it. And if you are, be ready, baby. Like, just expect it. Hi, I was waiting for you. Welcome. Come on in. Like, come on in. Everybody's invited. Do I have to agree with them? Hell no. But can I understand where they're coming from? Hell's yes. And who gains peace from that? Me, not them. I gain the peace when I let myself understand people. And so I spoke my truth. I said what I needed to say in the post, really kind, blah, blah, blah. Everybody came back cool, which is fine. But if they didn't, I gotta be okay with that too. And the point of this is that I will never, like, one of my students just sent me a voice memo. She's like, thank you for being the asshole in the crowd, when all of us need to get some loving bitch slaps, like hard truth. And I'm like, cool. Like, I'm cool. And I tell my sisterhood ladies, if you're in the hood, I've told you this before, especially Melbourne, I will get up there and be like, I am not here to be your friend. I love you and I want to be your friend, but that's not my number one point of call, is to make fucking friends. I am not here to make a fuckload of friends. I'm here to speak some true shit that your friends or your mother or your family or your kids are probably not telling you. And that if my message resonates with you, awesome, job done. I'm fulfilled. Great. And I look to people like that myself, because I know that if I ask my mother how I'm doing, she's going to tell me, oh, you're amazing. Your body's great. You're great. Everything's great. Or my husband, which he keeps it real with me. But like, I'm not here to be a best friend. What does that mean? That means as a coach, I'm here to guide. I'm here to push you. I'm here to prod you. I'm here to activate you. I'm here to lead a way. And if you follow, awesome. If you want to drink the Kool-Aid, awesome. If you don't, awesome. That's your results. People tell me, oh, I didn't do the work. I didn't do your work, your sisterhood work. I'm like, baby, it's not my work. I did my work. I'm doing my work. That shit's your work. That's your homework. It's not my homework. So if you're in the sisterhood, especially, and you feel like Erica's a bit harsh, or she's gotten mean, or she said something to me, or I wish this, like, that's my job. Like, that's why you pay me. You don't pay me to be like, everything's great and you're doing awesome and don't worry, You know, and I do think you're all doing awesome with what you have. But do I want to call it out when it needs to be called out? Hell yeah. So I'm happy for you to point the finger and it be me, that you be like, she's mean, or that's hard. You know, I don't take it personally, because I know anytime somebody attacks me or tries to attack me, they don't attack me. But when they try to say something to me, or they get offended or they get angry and they point the finger at me, I know that it's a reflection of them. They can never see me. Nobody sees you, by the way. They see a reflection of themselves in you. I think it's Anis, or some shit. I have to put the quote in the show notes. But this amazing quote that was like, you know, we don't see things as they are. We see them as we are. So like, you don't see things as they are. You see them as you are. So when you look at me and you're like, man, Erica's annoying, Erica's this, Erica's that, you are that as well. Or when you look at me and you go, I fucking love her. I love how outspoken she is. She's hilarious. I fucking love what she stands for. You are just like me. And you're only seeing the parts of me that are in you. And that's why you can see them. And it's like legit, because you can't see what you're not. Like, you couldn't even see me. Like, literally, there's millions of people who don't know about me. They're not seeing me. And when they see me, they may not resonate with me. If you resonate with me, we got the same thing. That's why I'm obsessed with Tony Robbins. I fucking love him. I love Oprah. I love Gary Vee. I love bits of Cardi B, like how she's just crazy. Like, you know, I see myself in these people. And I used to be so scared to say that, because I was like, who do you think you are? You're Tony Robbins? You think you're Oprah? Like, you know what? Part of me is like her. Yes. And part of me is like Tony. I'm my own person, but I have pieces of them. And those things I look up to in them are in me, and they're in you too. If you love Oprah, there's part of you that has an Oprah vibe to you. Like, claim that shit. She did, so why can't you? So the point of this is, when somebody talks shit about you, it says nothing about them. And I think Wayne Dyer talked about this, you know. He says, so, oh man, I don't prepare on these quotes. These come off the top of my dome piece. But like, he says something like, how people react to you is their responsibility. How you choose to respond is yours. Oh, hey, that's it. That's it. So how people act is their responsibility, but how you choose to respond is yours. Like, I'm telling you right now, y'all, if you don't know already, I'm obsessed with fucking responsibility. I think I'm going to change my name to the Queen of Responsibility. It's like we are responsible. And today I posted about, Will Smith did this amazing story in his Instagram about fault versus responsibility. And he said, he's like, and if you want to watch it, I put it on my IGTV on Instagram. So head over to the Queen of Confidence on Instagram and you can watch it. He said, it is not your fault that your dad was, you know, an alcoholic or verbally abusive. It is not your fault that your partner cheated on you and ruined the relationship, but it's your responsibility to work that shit out for yourself so that you can heal it and, you know, operate as a human without that, basically that wound fucking with you. He's like, if you keep blaming people, it's your fault, and you point the finger at everybody else for why your life is the way it is, then you never get to claim the responsibility. Then you sit as a victim of your life. And when you operate from the victim space, totally different ballgame. And so I was like, man, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When I say that people don't trigger you and that you need to be responsible, I'm speaking from a different level. This is like another level that I know it takes time to get to. And it took me 8 years to get to this level. Just 8 years, you know, no big fucking deal. 8 years to realize, fuck, it's me. That's me. What is that? That's me. Why am I reacting? That's me. So when people are assholes to you, or they talk shit about you, or they gossip, it has nothing to do with you. I mean, think about that. If I'm over here talking badly about you and saying that you're this and you're that, and I'm speaking shit about you, where's my mindset? What kind of person am I? How happy am I? Am I fulfilled? Am I busy living and loving my life? Or am I bored as fuck, got nothing better to do but talk shit and tear somebody else down because nothing's going on in my world? And furthermore, I refuse to look at my shit because I don't want to do that. I don't want to face it. So I'd rather talk shit about everybody else and pretend I'm good. But really, when I'm alone at home, in the shower by myself, in my sheets alone, I'm miserable and I'm sad and I'm fucked up. And that's the reality. These people that talk shit about people, you know, they're not happy. They are not happy. They are not fulfilled. There's some shit going on in their world. And I'm not saying feel sorry for them, but I'm just saying don't make that shit about you. It could not be about you. Be good with you and let everybody think and feel what they want. This will really help you to stop fucking people pleasing as well. Because you realize you can never please them. Because their demands change. Their bar gets higher, lower, sideways. The fucking bar goes to another planet. You're going to go to another planet and jump over that shit? No. Hell no. So then you go, you know what? I'm good with me. And I don't even know if I'm good with me, but I'm working to be good with me. I'm working to be okay with my own shit so that I don't need to worry about pleasing anyone. And that if somebody gets offended by what I say or how I show up, that is their shit. Literally, you smell it, their shit. That's their shit to clean up, not yours. They need to change their fucking diapers, not you. Not you. Don't claim that shit. Because that shit will stop you. It will disable you. You won't be able to take action like you want to take because you'll be worried about somebody else. And you have zero control. How much? Zero control over the actions, the thoughts, the beliefs, the feelings of another. Yes, your husband, your wife, your kids, your mother, your best friend. Yes, another. Zero control. You can't even, we struggle to manage our own shit. So I don't take it personal. And you know what? This started for me. When did this start? This started for me when I was working for a hair company. I was basically like a business coach for this hair company where I was going to salons and I was training the staff there, the hairdressers and the retailers. I was training them on how to consult with confidence, like how to give a fuck about the client in that chair and talk to them about, their products and how to use things and why they should care, and not selling. It was more like caring, but which AKA selling is fucking caring, right? And so I remember going to these shops and doing it was like a Tabitha salon takeover thing, or Gordon Ramsay's kitchen shit. You know how he yells and swears at people? If you don't know who these people are, Google them. It's hilarious. They're basically like coaches that come in and they fuck shit up in a business. And they're like, what is this shit? What a mess. I wasn't screaming and yelling, but I was definitely hard. I was definitely like, yo, what is going down here? And so I was in there to be the villain, and like an actress. I knew I was playing the role of bad person or mean lady or villain or whatever the fuck, but I needed to do my job. And I needed to say some hard shit to these people and not get my feelings hurt. And I knew them kids wanted to punch me in the face. Some of the hairdressers were like, she's a fucking asshole, rah, and they would be pissed off. And I'm like, that's cool. It's not me. I'm here to help you. And I'm telling you real shit that I know is going to help you. You don't want to swallow the pill, but I'll wait. It's okay. And I would just be in their face, like telling, hey, blah, 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 blah. And then finally they would cry, they would break down. And then the next day, boom, everything was good. They were on fire. They're amazing. I still get fucking messages from them like, thank you so much for those days, And it's like, that's what I had to be. So I feel like that helped prepare me for this. And I had no idea I was going to do this, but like, I'm totally here to do this. I'm all about justice. I'm all about being outspoken. I'm all about speaking truth. I'm all about fairness and looking after people and making sure that nobody's fucking with someone else if I'm around, because of my justice, because of my sexual abuse. That's who I became. I became a seeker of justice. I became outspoken. I fucking don't let somebody cut somebody else at the fucking bakery. I'm like, yo, she was next. Like, I'm like, the lady looks at me like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I'm watching. Don't be cutting her. Like, don't cut in line. It's not okay for me, And so this is my kind of background in this. So I've prepared myself. If you are new to this, if you're like, how do I not take things so personally? Just look at it for yourself. Look at where it bothers you and why. Get a fucking pen to paper or grab your phone, do a voice memo, do a video to yourself. Like, why the fuck did that bother me? My auntie just said that I've gained weight, and why did that bother me? Why did that bother me that photo only got 2 likes? Like, why did that bother me? Why did it bother me that nobody commented on this thing or nobody bought my product? Whatever it is for you, like, have a look at that shit. Put that shit under a spotlight and investigate it and inquire and pull it apart, because you will get some answers of some old school patterns, beliefs, subconscious shit that maybe you didn't even know were present, and it's affecting you. And it's so important because it's your responsibility to work that shit out, as opposed to letting everybody affect you and then you don't take any action or you don't move because someone said some shit to you 5 years ago and you're worried about what people think about you. I'm like, that is, you're paralyzed. That is being paralyzed. That's what that is. Because will you change how the world is? No. Will you change other people? Can you get into their minds and make them like you? No. Hell no. So why don't you get into your own mind and do what the fuck it is you want to do for yourself? Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, my little nugget today, I really invite you to look at where you're taking things personally and making it mean shit about yourself. What are you making it mean about yourself? When I got that comment and that lady wrote something and she didn't agree with me, what was I making that mean? Oh shit, somebody didn't agree with me. So there's a lot of people who don't agree with me. That's fine. I'm not trying to speak to people who don't agree with me. If imagine speaking to a room full of people who aren't interested. What the fuck's the point? I'd rather have 2 people in there that want to hear the message that are like, yeah, than have 2,000 people in there and they're all critics and they're not interested. It's a waste of time. So my love to you. Please, 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 please chill out. Don't worry about people talking shit about you. You can't control that shit. Focus on you. It is not a reflection of you. It is a reflection on them. If they gossip, it says something about them. It doesn't say anything about you. Don't jump into that shit with people. Don't get involved. Do not gossip. Be the fucking change you wish to see. Be Gandhi. What does that look like? Be the person that you want people to be like. You be her. You do that. You keep it real. You don't gossip. You be kind. You say good words, right? I promise you will start changing your world. You will start attracting people like that, and you won't even see the haters and the annoying ass people that are taking shit personally. And if somebody takes something personally and it's a good friend of yours or a family member, have a discussion. I'm sorry you took that personally, but that was not what I meant. That was not my intention. Blah, 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 blah. Like, put the fire out. Don't avoid that shit. I'm telling you right now, it'll strengthen your muscle. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful week. Whoop, whoop. If you are enjoying this podcast, I want to let you know about the Sisterhood. It is my year-long coaching experience. I ain't even going to call it a program because it's literally a life-changing, life-altering experience where I coach you. We go deep. It's in real time. It's off the charts. It's 12 months. We touch on 6 major topics. I can't even tell you. There's over 200 women in 11 plus countries doing this work. You got a sistership. Queens, like-minded women that are going to hold you accountable. It is going to change the way you think. It is going to change the way you act. It is going to change the results that you get in your fucking life. I am so excited to bring this to you. If you are down and you want to make shit happen, head over to thequeenofconfidence.com. Click on Sisterhood. Check it out. If you're in Melbourne, we do this shit in real time, in person, 6 live events a year. If you are anywhere else in the world, it is open now and you can join us online. Again, it is not a program. This shit right here, we take the podcast, we go deep. It is guided. I'm up in there coaching your ass, giving you 11 bitch slaps, and you are in great company. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes. Subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it. And if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.